Authorities are appealing to the public to be extra vigilant when pumping gas or paying for gas.
Hello, I'm Dawn Roby. The 20-year-old Minneapolis man who slashed two brothers inside Macy's at the Mall of America. According to police, the 19-year-old woman had been strangled and her womb was cut open after her death to forcibly remove the baby.
And in some cases, they have actually driven off with the car. Police are warning drivers to keep their car doors locked.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Dawn Roby. A police officer in North Carolina was shot and killed late on Saturday.
Tell us what you know.
An accident involving 4 pedestrians in the heart of the city has ignited a fresh debate.
Police tell us Mr. and Mrs. Jackson were upstairs asleep in their bedroom when at approximately 2:30
In other news, 3 people were arrested on Sunday at Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport as part of a drug smuggling investigation.
Took place right here at the Pulse nightclub. 49 people were killed, 53 seriously wounded. Now, 3 years. Police believe these are the same culprits responsible for a number of other robberies in the area. Reporting from Savannah, I'm Dawn Roby.
A traumatic time for residents in one peaceful neighbourhood after a home invasion yesterday left a homeowner in a critical condition and his wife badly beaten. Police returned to the scene today for clues. Rick Smith was shot last night around 8 p.m. by a male suspect as he returned to his home in Greenwood Drive. Inside, his wife Sarah was viciously attacked by another man. We spoke to neighbour Cheryl Paul and her son's fiancée, Brittany Rokes.
It was a woman and 2 guys, and I guess one of the men beat Sarah up. And when Rick come in, the other guy evidently was outside and shot him.
The couple was rushed to the local hospital. Mr. Smith underwent emergency surgery. His wife is hurt but stable.
And then this morning, neighbor Tony, he's been over there cleaning up because there was a lot of blood everywhere.
Police say this was a gruesome and unprovoked attack in a quiet and peaceful suburb and are searching for leads. They believe it was premeditated as the suspects hid their van by a local church to avoid suspicion.
And there also wasn't no cars over there, so we didn't realize that there was extra company.
Police say the woman played a prominent role in coercing Mrs. Smith to open her front door. Brittany says she saw the suspect but mistook her to be Sarah.
I saw somebody at the door, but to me it looked like Sarah because it was a woman figure.
Greenwood Drive is usually a safe community. Paul has lived here for 20 years.
Nothing's ever happened like this before. Nothing.
Police are conducting interviews for a description of the suspects. They're appealing to the public for help to catch these crooks before they strike again. Today, authorities have issued a strong warning to everyone not to open their doors to strangers, even if it's a woman. Back to you. An update tonight on the Metro police officer who crashed into a tree and sustained life-threatening injuries. Nicholas Burns was providing backup support to another officer who was pursuing suspects involved in a shooting when the accident happened on Bell Road. The officer is stable, but police have come under fire. The crash happened on Sunday morning as Officer Burns was helping another officer to catch suspects wanted in connection with a shooting incident.
It was very difficult to get him out. He was pinned in for an extended period of time.
The cause of the crash is unknown.
It appears that the officer either swerved to avoid another vehicle or for some reason or another he lost control of his vehicle.
Burns suffered serious injuries.
Code 3 is about as serious as you can get. It's it's life-threatening, but right now they're saying that he is stable.
There is criticism about the number of emergency vehicles and personnel that appeared on the scene, causing major disruption and chaos. Captain Dyer disagrees that excessive resources were deployed because Burns is one of his own.
There's really no more vehicles here for this than there would be for anybody else that was involved in a crash of this nature.
Dyer further denied claims that the suspects were allowed to get away. He says the chase was being called off anyway.
It didn't look like they were going to be able to catch that suspect vehicle anyway.
Captain Dyer tells us it was a busy night for police.
And then this came in, and if I'm not mistaken, there was a couple other things going, but it's hard to monitor 7 or 8 radio frequencies at one time.
Critics argue police should have been more persistent in catching the crooks, not letting them escape. Dyer maintains his position. The rescue and welfare of his officer was his main focus. The cause of the crash is being investigated. Back to you.
This is new. Tell us what you know.
An accident involving 4 pedestrians in the heart of the city has ignited a fresh debate about the safety of the downtown streets for pedestrians. Around 3 o'clock this morning, 2 male and 2 females were struck by a Ford Expedition as they crossed the street. Witnesses say the pedestrians walked into the road without looking. All 4 pedestrians were taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The driver was given a breathalyzer test and was not found to be under the influence. The area is a pedestrian hotspot. Many are concerned about safety. We spoke to Police Chief Don Aaron.
People cross outside of the crosswalk, and again, I can't stress enough, it's important for people to use the crosswalks because that's where motorists are going to be paying the most attention to pedestrians as they cross the street.
Again, pedestrians are reminded to use the crosswalks. The driver of the Ford Expedition has been released without charges. Back to you at the news desk.
Thank you for that report.